Yes, guys! What a game, what a win, 3-0 against Legia Warsaw. Lovely lead going into the second leg at Stamford Bridge next week. What an environment, to be fair. Legia Warsaw fans, top. Really good set of fans in terms of the atmosphere. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the game, not the atmosphere. So yeah, first off, first half, Maresca went with a 4-2-3-1 with Atjampong, Tosin, Badiashile and Gusto at the back. Reece James and Dewsbury Hall in the pivot, with Palmer in the 10, Sancho and Georgiou wide, with Nkunku up top. The first half, not really much happened. We had a few chances, KDH having a few chances in the first half. As the more attacking 8 of the two, with Reece James being the more holding 8. We had Gusto playing a more attacking inverted role as a 10. Which was something we've really seen a lot this season. Nkunku stinking up a place again. We're going to player performances as well. But yeah, in second half, Maresca made 2 changes, Madueke and Colwell for Palmer and Tosin. That really did help change the game. We had Tyreek George playing up front, with Nkunku dropping back into the 10, with Madueke and Sancho out wide. Sancho on the left, Madueke on the right. Really good tactical change by Maresca. 4 minutes into the second half, Tyreek George scores off the rebound of Reece James' shot, which puts us 1-0 up. And then 8 minutes after that, we had Madueke score, Jadon Sancho assist. And then later on in the second half, around the 73rd minute mark, we had Nkunku miss a penalty and Sancho yet again with the assist as we score a minute after the penalty got saved. Jorgensen did pull off a few good saves near the end and during the first half. Now let's talk about player performances. Nkunku, first off, he needs to leave the club. He doesn't suit the system. He's terrible. He puts no effort. He doesn't press. He doesn't even try. He's stupid. He is full stupid. I don't know why he puts in no effort on the pitch, but it looks like he doesn't care. It looks like his heart is elsewhere, what isn't Chelsea. He isn't a 9, and even in the 10, he still didn't do good. He didn't do great. Yeah, well, Chelsea fans on X, or one in particular, Dean, say, this is Robin Kenny playing Nkunku in the 10. He is a terrible footballer. No wonder he doesn't get no minutes in the league. None. I think the amount of minutes he has in the league is as much as I'd want to say Vega had all season. And so, before he went out on loan, of course. But Nkunku, no Premier League quality. He doesn't fit the system. He's more of a second striker. And we don't really play with a second striker. We play with 10s, not 2 strikers. He'd shoot like a Leipzig, who tends to go with 2 up front strikers, hence we either have Openda, Sesko, Poulsen. But we don't play with 2 strikers, we play with 1. So he doesn't exactly suit the system. And even when his best position in this team is the 10, he's never going to dislodge Palmer. And even when he does play him a 10, what does he do exactly? Like, he misses a penalty. He puts no effort into a pen at all. Like, it was such an easy save for the Legia-Warsaw goalkeeper. And I don't know what's up with Nkunku. When we signed him for 60 million 2 summers ago, it was that marquee signing where we should always be aiming for that sort of quality. But I think it's just proved that quality players like that for 60 million who doesn't exactly play in the same system as you want to play doesn't exactly mean it's going to work out. This is why I like this project, this thing we have going on here, because they're young, they'll grow into a system within a season, and they can adapt quite easily. Where if you're signing 25-year-olds who doesn't play a system with a lone striker, for example, like in Nkunku's case here, you're never going to see the best out of Nkunku. You're going to see some of the worst out of him. Now, I don't hate him as a player. I rated him highly before he came to Chelsea. I watched a lot of Leipzig in the Champions League, the Bundesliga. And he was a player who I admired highly, but he doesn't fit the system. And it would be sad to see him go, but once again, I think it's best if he goes anyways. Now on to other players, because I spent 2 minutes talking about Nkunku here. Other players. Josat Jampong, what a player. What a performance. 19 years of age. And he looks so comfortable on the ball. Like, he looked so comfortable. And there was even a moment of the game where Kukurea came on for Reece James, and we had at Jampong in the holding 8 position, and he looked so comfortable there as well. So Josat Jampong has such a high ceiling. He has such a good career. Same with Tyreek George as well. Tyreek George impressed me tonight. He took on this man a lot, and even when he went up front, which isn't actually his position, he didn't even look out or plays. Like, he scored to put us 1-0 up. Sancho with the assist as well, which I'll get on Sancho in a second. But I do think Tyreek George could be such a good option, whether that be on the left or the right or up front, or even in the 10, you may argue. But you'll never see him in the 10 because we've got Palmer and Kung. We have Esteban coming. We got Pires coming. Like, we don't need a 10. So I could actually see him having nice position in this team, whether that be up front or on the wings. Sancho now. Sancho didn't have the worst game ever. I think 2 assists versus Legia Warsaw is bare minimum. He could have had a goal here and there. I think he's scared to take on this man a lot, compared to a Madueke, who I'll also get into a second. But we need to see more out of Sancho. But this isn't even the worst performance I've ever seen from him. I think he's slowly getting back into form. On Sunday, he'll cook Ipswich. I'm saying this now. Preview out on Saturday evening. So yeah, make sure you're there for that. But I think we have a good winger on our hands if he stays consistent at a good level. I think he can play the Premier League quite well. I think he does have the strength, the physicality to play Premier League football, but he needs to be more direct at his fullback. As a winger in this your system, you need to not be scared to take on your fullback. Like one-on-one. You need to not be scared to do that. Because if all you're doing is passing back, then nothing's ever gonna kind of advance and nothing's ever gonna come out of anything. If you're getting past your ball, you look at the fullback, then you turn back and you pass it back to either the right back or the closest midfielder, and it kind of just resets everything and it lets the opposition get back into their defensive shape. Madueke, perfect performance tonight. Perfect. Came on second half. Yet again, another player who I was actually quite impressed with. Took on this fullback a lot. Got the 2 goals in the 3-0 win. Took them nicely as well. Madueke is someone who will most likely sell in the summer, I think. Especially if we're having Esteban come in. Another winger come in. Because obviously we're going to have Mudryk out. And I don't think so. And it's actually just say I don't think we'll need another winger. But it just depends. But yeah, I was happy with Madueke tonight. I think tonight was his best performance this year, I want to say. I mean, yeah, it's Legia Warsaw, but yeah, again, this is the same Legia Warsaw side who beat Aston Villa last season in the Conference League group stage. You got to remember that. Like, Legia Warsaw ain't a bad side. They beat Villa. They can beat decently top sides. But I think we got so... think we were lucky to not... We were unlucky to not be hard, to not score more. Kieran and Dewsbury Hall came in the summer, had a decently sick start to his Chelsea career, and now it looks like he's slowly growing into form. Like, the 30 million we spent on him, I think we're slowly getting that from the player. Like, he's not been bad, he's not been awful, and I think he could be really handy for the back end of the season, and it should be a good momentum push for him to go, okay, so I did decent this game, / good. Let's do better the next time I play, because I know that I could have a future in this team. I know that I could get more minutes here, and I know that personally, if I play well, Maresca's going to give me more opportunities. Which is what every player who doesn't get these starts in the Premier League that often should be pushing for. They should be pushing for the more minutes. Jorgensen didn't really have much to do tonight. I thought his distribution was good. I think the saves was good. And he kept it nice and simple. He didn't try to do any fancy footwork. He just passed it. Like, he did the best and simple distribution out from the back. Finally, before we end this post-match review, Maresca, I think he's done a good job managing the minutes, managing the game, making changes. When he sees stuff doesn't work out, he will change it. I think having Nkunku on for 90 minutes, though, or did he come off from Waka? I think he came off from Waka or whatever. But still, like, it was nice to see. It was nice to see Maresca manage the minutes well. Palmer played 45 minutes. We had the game adaptability change a little bit with George up front. We had more chances in the second half because of that. But yeah, Maresca did decent tonight. I think going into Sunday, he will have to tweak a few things. We can't be having Nkunku in the 9, and if we can't play Jackson, then we need to play a winger up top who at least will probably offer more chaos for the opposition back line. But yeah, that's it, guys, for the post-match review. If you guys do go and enjoy, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share the channel with a friend or two or whatever. I want to try to revive this channel with new show content. I'm enjoying filming this, so it would be nice if you guys tuned in more and help spread the word. But yeah, peace out, lads. Up the Chelsea.